So we're going to talk drones. I have had a DJI Mini MAVIC for about over 2 years, and I've flown it about 2 times for about 2 minutes each time. I have flying anxiety, so I want to test it out anyway, and while I'm doing that I may as well just show you a little bit about drones and how they work and all that kind of stuff. So on the phone I've got the DJI Fly app, so you go into that and then you need to connect it to the drone, and with the Mini MAVIC you need to use a controller. Here is the Mini MAVIC. Undo the little strap retainer. That's the Mini MAVIC there. That's the wee camera on the gimbal, and these propellers fold out like so. These ones go like that one. So that's a little drone, weighs in 249 grams. You can get cages for the propellers to protect them. The cages are massive, so they would like come out around here on both sides of that, so it would turn it into a massive monster. Need to power this on, so by doing all these DJI things tend to be one press and then hold press. That engages it. This is the controller for the Mini MAVIC. It's all really cool, very James Bondy. Screw in the wee controllers, or the wee, whatever you call them, joysticks. And then you need to connect it to a phone with the app. And you need to have the right little connection cable. When I bought this it had a lightning cable and not a C-type cable. Need to power on the remote controller, again by one press and hold press. Go into connection guide, choose your whatever, low fly, compass calibration required. Rotate aircraft 360 degrees horizontally. Now vertically. Calibration successful. This was actually showing you what the camera is seeing on this, so it's just seeing grass. Ideally it would have like a little helipad. Right, that might be a little bit better. Take off. This used to scare the crap out of me, but I've got a new drone and it's made all of this seem. There we go. Wow, so hit a tree. You can hear the noise of the drone. It's one of the things I don't really like, and it can disturb people and wildlife and all sorts. And it's just interesting for me actually, now that I'm flying this after I've flown my new drone, which I find much more playful and induces less anxiety for a variety of reasons, which I'll explain later. But I actually feel much more comfortable now with this drone because I've had the experience with the other. I just feel so much more, like I haven't felt this relaxed flying this since I've had it for 2.5-3 years. No, YouTube. No, I'm on YouTube. I don't use TikTok.
What's your YouTube?
Saunter on.
He does.
But it's usually all hiking and camping and stuff. So that's why I'm testing this out, because I crashed it and need to test it out before I can sell it. But it's amazing, look at that there, it's over there.
That's what, that's all I can.
It's too expensive, like, because I need to basically make sure it doesn't break before I sell it.
Can I go bring it down? Just touch it down, Daddy.
Just hit that wee dime on. And then bring it all the way down if you want.
Why, how much feet can it go up like?
I think it can actually go up like almost 2 kilometers or something stupid.
I'll try. But I'll probably lose a bit of signal.
I'll lose signal, you're right. I mean, you know that stuff.
Sounds like a motorbike.
I know, that's it. I got a new one, you see, and the new one's quieter.
Oh,
and I like it.
And then you just sneak up on people. Getting like a talk free one.
I don't want to do that though.
Oh, what are you at? Yours, me?
Oh, you see.
Yup.
Right,
I just got my knees ready to help me.
I'll just stick it in the ground and just chop some grass. Right here, take it easy, lads.
Yes, bro.
That was a fun interaction with some local kids there who were fascinated, and they were wanting to play with the drone, but I'm like, I need this to be in perfect working order for me to be able to sell it. I'm actually really happy with that. That was that was an enjoyable experience flying that with the controller. God, it's just, and I wanted to actually fly this as well, because I realised that actually this other drone has totally revolutionised my relationship with drones, where they just cause so much anxiety for me. The fear of crashing them, and I think even the noise kind of intimidated me a bit. Kind of wanted to fly this again and just see, do I keep this drone? Do I keep this? In theory, this is a better drone than my new drone, but downsides are this drone's weighing in at 249 grams. If you want to protect the propellers, the propeller guards are massive. The camera and the gimbal sit out, so they're more prone to getting damaged. The controller, like, you can't fly it without the controller, so you're always having to use your phone connected in, do all of that. I'm going to show you my new drone. So in here is my new drone. This little case I bought for it off AliExpress for about £6. Introducing the DJI Neo. This is amazing. I forgot to have the propeller guards. There's actually built-in propeller guards. I must have left them somewhere. This weighs 135 grams. It is half the weight of this. The propellers are in little cages that clip on there, that'll come with it. The gimbal, the camera, sits inside the housing, so it's way more protected. That's a little cover just when you're transporting it, just to protect it. You don't need a phone or a controller. You can use them and connect it that way, and it gives a lot more other options. And it has crazy little features like the modes you can select actually on the thing itself, so there's no need for a phone, no need for a controller.
Droney.
Droney is like a selfie with the drone.
Circle.
Circle function. Circles around you, does what it says in the tin.
Rocket.
Rockets away from you.
Spotlight.
Spotlight, can't remember what that one is.
Direction track.
Direction track you need, I think, to connect it to your phone in order to get access to that. Follow mode is the one I'm most likely to use with this drone. I can carry this in my pocket. In my pocket.
Fly in well-lit, textured environments.
Fly in well-lit environments, not inside your pocket. So I've selected follow. I'm just going to show you this as an example. You then just hold in.
Far. Follow. 3, 2. Unable to take off. Aircraft in motion.
Oh yeah, you have to hold it steady, and you also need it to. You need to let it lock onto you, so the camera uses AI or something like that just to find you.
Droney. 10
No.
meters.
No, not that one.
Circle.
Not circle.
Rocket.
Not rocket.
Spotlight.
Not spotlight.
Direction track.
No.
Follow.
Follow. Hold.
Far. Follow. 3, 2, 1.
Right, this is going to follow me. Basically, I hold out my hand and it comes down onto my hand. That's mental. Now, those little parameters, you need your phone to set those up. So if you want the follow mode to follow you at a low height, middle height or high, and if you want it to be farther away or closer to you. So that was the rocket function, and I had it set for 10 meters, so I was quite high. So you could have it like 4 meters or whatever, and it would take less time to get up to 10 meters, and then that's going to drain the battery. The batteries in these are smaller than, and you can fly for less time, I think, than the likes of the Mavic Mini, but they are heavier batteries, and then that's adding to the weight of it. I've got a little mini power bank that I'll bring with me, and it's a wee slimline one, so if that drain runs out of battery, I can just plug it in while I'm out and get another bit of charge into it. Or get yourself the battery pack. There's 3 batteries, but they do cost, you're talking about like 45 quid per battery, thereabouts.
Direction track. Follow. Roadie. 10 meters. Roadie. 3, 2, 1.
I don't know what spotlight is, but I'll try it.
Circle. Rocket.
Oh, here, I'll do a
Stop
circle one.
direct. Fuck road. Circle.
Circle.
Circle. 3, 2, 1. Spotlight. 3, 2, 1.
I have no idea what this one, I don't know what this one does. Oh yeah, yeah, so spotlight is basically like a moving tripod that like will rotate, but it stays in the same spot, so it's not going to follow you distance wise. It'll just stay in that area, move and track you. Amazing. So useful. The fact that I'm actually confident and happy flying this without those propeller guards is nuts. You know, there are disadvantages, like this doesn't have a return home function as far as I know, although I do think whenever you connect it to the controller, it does give you all these other options. Also, the range changes massively with the controller. I think it goes to 2 kilometers with the controller, and it will go faster with the controller. These are all things I'm not 100% on, because like literally I hadn't been using this drone. It was sitting in the case. I'd thought about selling it multiple times. I've listed it and delisted it, and then saw one of these, and I just thought maybe this is the drone that is designed for me. Technology kind of intimidates me. Like I say, it's anxiety that has stopped me flying that other drone. This has been so playful. And I'll show you the other thing that I love about these drones. So this is the way it comes, although it will have the little propeller guards on them. But the other thing you can do is pimp my fly. Boom! The stuff you can get on AliExpress for this drone is just crazy. I've got these little bumpers, so you can crash the crap out of it. They're actually flotation, they're actually buoyant as well, so the float. I've changed the propeller blades on it, and these are actually, there's less noise, or at least the noise it makes is like slightly more pleasant, for want of a better term. I've also got this little cage, like crash cage, around the gimbal. Also with the controller, there's a little adjuster here, and that allows you to like move the gimbal or the camera up and down. This is the controller that you can get for using with the Neo, and this just pulls up and locks your phone in. And again, there's a little cable, it's so well designed. There's a little cable here, it just sits inside that housing, plugs in to your phone. So good, just get the right connection for your phone. These little joysticks, they just fold away in there, tuck away in there. So you can buy this on its own, fly it on its own, pimp it out with bumpers and all sorts. You can get well, I've taken a battery out of this. You can also get little like legs that sit down here as well, so it'll to keep it off the ground. There's all sorts of things you can buy for it, and it just means it's more, fun to fly, less anxiety causing. You can fly it with a bit more confidence, and I have been, and that's why having this little drone has allowed me to fly this with more confidence and more fun. So will I, keep this, or will I use this? Originally when I got this, I was not going to use like controllers or whatever, but I got a good deal on eBay for second-hand stuff. So that's why I've got two, and I'm going to sell one on. And originally I bought this thinking I just want the drone with those little functions. That alone makes it a drone that I'll use. You know, if I'm out on a hike and I can, you know, do a few shots with this, like, you know, maybe get 10, 15 shots out of the battery. If it just bring one battery, that's enough just to add a bit of texture to the videos. And that's it. That's all I really want. Will I keep the DJI Mini Mavic for a while longer? Test it out. Watch this space. Watch this space. Pimp my ride. Pimp my fly. What I'll do is I'll fly it from the phone. So basically, if you do it, you can run it from your phone, connect it to your phone, and then use your phone as a controller. And basically you'll have on screen sort of joysticks of sorts, and you can fly it manually that way. So much tech in my life at the minute. It's unheard of. I don't like it. Never wanted to be that person. All the tech and gizmos to charge. Can't believe I'm sitting here with 3 drones. Go manual. Basically take off, you hold that in, off, take off. Yeah, it doesn't sound too much different now, but I can guarantee that it definitely did. And then you've got your little joystick controllers here. Also things like the speed of this compared to the Mavic Mini. You know, there are definitely differences. And I just realised you can control the camera gimbal as well on the phone app. Yeah, you can set up the voice controls on the app here. That's pretty cool. You're just getting a different perspective from somewhere that I live. I'm feeling I might actually have a wee gimbal protector still on this one, so that the image is not as clear as it would be otherwise. They still make noise. That's always going to be the case. The thing that justified me buying a drone, even though I hadn't flown the other drone that I had owned for 2.5 years, I'm just coming to consensus around 2.5 years. That's probably not true for a long period of time. The thing that justified me getting the DJI Neo is that when you're just using it on its own, it automatically records. So those shots are guaranteed. What had happened was whenever I was on the side of McQuillan Mountain, sun was going down, oranges and purples. There's me with my tent pitched on the side of the mountain, and I'm like, okay, maybe this is it. My drone shot, my winning drone shot that will convert me to drones. And I'm flying it, and I can see the image on my screen, me on the side of a mountain, all these orange and purples flying over me. It's amazing. And I forgot to hit record. With the DJI Neo, if you're using it on its own, that will automatically record. So you're not going to have that situation. If you're using the phone or the controller, you do need to hit record. Yeah, this little bumper, that's cool. So like if it if it hits something flat, and it'll roll too. You can get ones that are flat in the front, but I love this one. It's actually got a curve, and that costs like about £10. These little bumpers, those ones were about maybe £6, £7. Now these are floaty ones, and I sort of like that they're a bit more spongy to absorb impact, but you can get other ones that are like much lower profile, get different colours. Again, the propellers you can get, and these propellers were like about £6. You can get a variety of those too, loads of different colours, green, pink, red, black, whatever. You can also get little battery protectors so that if it crashes the battery won't come off, and also one with little fins that come up here. You can even get one that has like a little Lego thing, so you can put a wee Lego character on top of your drone. All of this stuff on AliExpress is so cheap. I got that wee gimbal guard on eBay though for £10, but you can get them on AliExpress. But there we go. There's the DJI Neo. This has revolutionised my experience of drones, and I would definitely recommend it. You'll pick these up, like I got a basically brand new one, refurbished, and it was £150, but you'll pick them up between £100 and £150. I reckon you're probably talking about £120 to get a little drone like this, which again, you don't need anything else to fly it. If anything, your mobile phone. The controllers cost about £80, but You know, if you want to unlock all the other features that it has, get a controller. But you know, you can start off with this, and it's just a great entry level drone that takes away a lot of anxiety, especially if you've got it caked and all this kind of stuff here as well. The fact that I was able to take the propellers off and put in new propellers just shows how my relationship with this is like much more relaxed than with this beast of sorts. So it seems like a beast compared to this, but yeah. But there we go, there's drone talk. I'm all droned out. Time to pack up all this tech and get out of here. Oh, my knees, I'm so old. So since recording that last video, I have been out with the drone quite a lot. Got some really good footage with it that I'm really happy with, and it's definitely going to add stuff to the videos. And but I have learned other things about the drone since. One of them is about the legality, and I think I'll do a video on Northern Ireland's drone laws. But either way, the DJI Neo is a super fun drone to fly, especially if it's your first time. Just super, super fun. And it lands in your hand.